live from Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's the Group AAA VHSL Division 5 State Championship ballgame. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Championship Saturday. We've got two undefeated teams, Lake Taylor and Stonebridge, getting set to go at it here. Andy Hayes alongside Chris Barassa. And Chris, this is an epic battle, primed and ready to go here, all set up for us. Let's talk a little bit about these two.
Two teams on a collision course since August to play in this game on December 8th, state championship for Division 5. Eastern region against the Northern region again.
Yeah, here we go. And let's go ahead and start talking about the players to watch here today. And we'll start with the Lake Taylor Titans. They've got a couple good ones in the backfield.
I tell you what, Delman Williams, their junior quarterback, this is a run-first offense, run-to-veer option. Well, this guy can throw the ball. 33 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions.
And Brandon Moore in the backfield, just as dynamic, 27 touchdowns there. He can get it done as well.
He's their horse. He's the one they count on to get the ball in the end zone on the ground. 27 touchdowns this year. They're looking for him to bang a couple in today.
We had a chance to talk to head coach Hank Sawyer briefly here in the pregame about what fans should expect today to see from his team.
Well, we play what you call a split field defense, and we'll run the ball about 60% of the time. We'll throw the ball about 40% of the time. A lot of times we're reading the field, so I don't even know where the ball is. Who's getting it is all to the quarterback. Defensively, we 3-4, and we blitz, and we call it organized chaos. You know, we may take some chances on, but that's just what we do.
So there you heard from Coach Sawyer now. Now time to talk about the undefeated Stonebridge Bulldogs making their 5th appearance in the state championship game since 2005. And Chris, this is one of Mickey Thompson's best teams he's had here, and they're coming in with two dynamic players, both big-time college prospects here.
And a lot of it's due to their quarterback, senior Ryan Burns, prototypical pro quarterback size, 6'6", 230 pounds. He can run it and he can pass it. 28 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, Jonathan Allen. He's heading to Alabama, Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Virginia, a dynamic defensive end. He's going to play all over the field today. What makes him special?
Tell you what, Nick Saban smiles every time he hears the name Jonathan Allen. Burst onto the scene as a sophomore 2 years ago with 20 sacks in one season. He's been double-teamed, triple-teamed ever since. Doesn't matter. He makes plays all over the field, blocks kicks. He's their main man on defense.
We had a chance to talk to head coach Mickey Thompson here of the Stonebridge Bulldogs to get his thoughts about what we should expect to see from his team this afternoon.
Well, we're varied on offense. We run 5 wide, single wing, and spread. Over the years, we've been primarily single wing, so a lot of spinning, and we like to run the football, but we have a top flight quarterback, so we are able to throw the football. On defense, we're a 6-1, cover 2, but we bring guys off often if you spread it out. So we're pretty aggressive. We're not Lake Taylor aggressive, but we're pretty aggressive on defense also.
So there you have it. It's all set. Stonebridge and Lake Taylor, two undefeated teams getting set to go at it. Something's got to give. We're coming back with the VHSL Division 5 Group AAA State Championship right after this.
The 2012 Virginia High School League Football Championships are brought to you by Virginia 529. It's never too early or too late to start saving with Virginia 529. And by the Greenbrier Classic. Greenbrier Classic badges are on sale now. Visit greenbriershopping.com to support the VHSL today.
Oh, she's college material, that's for sure.
You think?
Oh, look at that nose. 4, maybe 5 years, housing, meal plans, fees. Oh, yeah. That nose says, a bajillion bucks in 18 years.
You get all that from a nose?
She's gonna be expensive.
Be prepared for the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Oh my, that chin has grad school written all over it.
3rd down and 3 for the Indians. Oh, the ball came loose. Tiger's going to pick it up. Look at that. Took it back and scored. Whoa! That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you
one shot at this.
Buy a DVD of this or any of the Virginia High School League Championships at VHSLnetwork.com.
And we welcome you back here to Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia. The Group AAA Division 5 state championship game all ready to rock and roll. Kickoff just moments away. And here we go. Underway. Low kick. It's going to be fielded by Stonebridge at the 11-yard line, and it's going to be taken back to about the 26 by Christian Strahan. And that is where Stonebridge will start 1st and 10. Welcome back, folks. Andy Hayes alongside Chris Barassa. We appreciate you joining us here on Championship Saturday. And Chris, Lake Taylor playing defense first here. In this one, Stonebridge will get a chance to look at Ryan Burns, the quarterback, and this offense here.
Well, they've been running the ball almost 80% of the time in the playoffs out of their single wing. It's like they're going to spread it out here and see how Lake Taylor defends it on the first play.
So Burns out of the shotgun with a back to his left. Looking to pass. They set the screen up, got something working. Sterling Daly out of the backfield to the 47. First down, Bulldogs.
Great call on first down here. You know Lake Taylor's going to come out aggressive. They're going to bring linebackers hard up the middle. Burns waits, gets the ball to Daly, makes a nice break, good pickup, gets it out to almost the 47-yard line. Great play call on first down against a very, very aggressive Lake Taylor Titan defense.
Nairi Quinterly and Brandon Moore combined for that tackle. 1st and 10 on the 46. Direct snap goes to Daly. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half yard, but solid defense there by the Titans.
Yeah, I suspect Coach Thompson came out with that spread on the first play to see how they were going to defend it. Now they're, looking at what plays can they run against that type of scheme, covering their spread offense, coming right back to it here on the third play.
2nd and 9. Burns will send 2 out to his right. He's got it back in the backfield and 1 to his left. High snap. And he has to drop on it. Tackled way back at the 35-yard line. And a big loss there on 2nd down.
That spread offense, they got 3 wide right now, and Lake Taylor's still putting 8 defenders in the box. That means they are going man-to-man on the outside guys. Coach Sawyer feels like he can match up well on the outside man-to-man.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long here, 19 to be exact. And they're going to empty it out in the backfield. Burns standing about 8 yards deep in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. Burns drops the ball. It's loose. Picked up by Stonebridge lineman. Out to the 46-yard line. And that's going to be shy of the first down. But avoided disaster even more there. Yeah. Lucky bounce. It came back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Connor Smith, the center, is aware of what's happening. He sees the ball rolling. He not only picks it up, but he gets some decent yardage. Gets him back to a manageable situation here. 4th and 8. Stonebridge has been known, go for it on 4th down all over the field.
It'll be 4th and 11. Burns will kick it here out of the shotgun, and he puts one end over end out of bounds, and the official marks it at the 23-yard line. So that's where Lake Taylor will start for their first offensive possession, and we'll get a chance to see Delman Williams, the 6'2 junior, the quarterback we talked about in the pregame show. Dynamic player, 33 touchdowns on the season and only 3 interceptions, so he takes care of the football. And that's a great compliment to a guy running the Veer offense, because there's a lot of reading you have to do. They come out with a spread look here, 4 wides, 1 back. Williams tosses it left. This one caught at the 22. And all the way out to the 34. They'll say he stepped out of bounds back at the 31-yard line.
It's very interesting. Both coaches come out with a different formation than they've been running through most of the playoffs. Spread it out, just throw a quick bubble screen to Quinterly, Gets a nice pickup on first down for a 7-yard gain there, Andy.
Straying on the tackle for Stonebridge. So second down and short. Again, 4 wides for Williams with Moore behind him. And they'll give it to Moore. And he'll take it for maybe an inch or two. Not much. Stonebridge defense right there. Tony Gallegos up to make the tackle.
Well, here you see they just run a quick trap up the middle, and Gallegos and Reynolds all over that play. Minimal gain, but it's interesting. In Northern Virginia, there's a lot of spread offenses, you know, and Stonebridge has played against a lot of 4-wide offenses. They should be comfortable against that.
2 backs now behind Williams. They'll send a man in motion. And they'll read the veer. Ball's on the ground, and he jumps back on it. Williams pounces on it, but it's going to bring up 4th down, so a hold for Stonebridge.
Well, here we say they're under classic veer option here, and get some penetration. That's what slows that down, brings the ball on the ground, and all Williams can do is fall on it. Sets up a 4th down. Looks like Stonebridge will have a 3 and out on their first defensive stand.
Rasan Goldring back at the 40 for the Bulldogs, and penalty flags fly. That's going to go against Lake Taylor.
Donovan Powell kind of jogged off the field there towards the end of that play. Not sure if maybe they had 12 on the field.
So that sets the ball back to the 24-yard line of Lake Taylor. And Goldring comes up about 10 yards. Here's the kick. High kick, Goldring will field it, and he's tackled immediately back at the 35. Good coverage that time for Lake Taylor. Wayne Davis making his way down there and was right in position to drop Goldring immediately.
Yeah, nice high punt allowed the Gunners to get down there and make the play as soon as Goldring made the catch. And Goldring, you know, is a dangerous return man. We've seen him run back a couple kicks for touchdowns this year.
So Burns and the offense will come back out for Stonebridge. They'll show the single wing formation. Sterling Daly to his right. He takes the direct snap, and he's caught up in the backfield. Not much there. He might have lost a half a yard. That's Jamel Spellman again on a nice tackle. He's been active early.
Just a direct snap to Daly. Spins, trying to cut it upfield. Too much penetration by this Lake Taylor defense. No gain.
So 2nd and 10. Stonebridge back at their own 35-yard line. Everybody bunched in tight. And now an end around. Deontay Yarbrough coming to the 40, 45, and knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line after a decent gain. It might be enough for a first down. It'll be close.
Well, you called it, Andy. They had all 11 guys in the box, and they run the spinner action, and it's a counter play, basically a sweep to Yarbrough that they like to run. He's got a lead blocker, but tell you what, Brandon Lynch, the outside linebacker, he gets there. It could have been a big play just as a first down.
Excellent block by Sean Tracy on the edge. Here's the direct snap to Burns, running right. Got some room to the 43. First down, Stonebridge.
And that's what they've been doing a lot of in the playoffs, is direct snapping it to their big 6'6", 230-pound Stanford commit quarterback and letting him run behind the big right side of this offensive line for Stonebridge.
They move the chains. Ball marked at the 43. Here's the give again to Burns, and he's tripped up after a yard down to the 40 of Lake Taylor. Burns heading to Stanford, one of the top-rated quarterbacks in the United States, and he has had a great senior season. As Chris mentioned earlier, 28 touchdowns, has really provided them with that ability to throw the ball down the field when they need to. 2nd down, 8. And the direct snap in the backfield goes for a solid gain down to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and short. They bring Jonathan Allen in, typically to be the lead blocker on a short 3rd down or 4th down situation. Keep your eye on number 93 if he lines up in the backfield.
Shaheem Johnson on that last tackle. So 3rd and 4. Tracy sprints out right. And now Daly in motion. Burns back to pass. Tossing it down the middle. This one's going to be incomplete. So 4th down, and one thing we've learned about Mickey Thompson over the years at Stonebridge is he does not like to punt the football when he's on your side of the field. So
good play call there. 3rd and 2. He knew he probably was going to go for it on 4th down, or 3rd and 3. Excuse me. Goes with play action. Tries to get a receiver downfield, but Donovan Powell, Lake Taylor safety, was all over that.
So 4th down and 4. Single wing look again for Stonebridge. And now a timeout will be called by the Bulldogs. So your thoughts, Chris, the early part of this one?
It's like the early round of a heavyweight boxing match. The coaches both coming out with some different schemes, see how the defense is going to react to that, maybe to set up plays later in the game that they feel might work against the defensive scheme. Stonebridge is doing what they like to do, pounding the ball inside out of the single wing, trying to mix it up. But Lake Taylor's prepared for that. They're putting everybody in the box when Stonebridge is tight.
Well, I haven't talked to Mickey Thompson earlier this week. He was concerned about that, Chris. He said, look, all 11 guys are going to be within 3 or 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. And there's just not going to be a lot of, space for our guys to move people. Now, he's hoping, there's some missed tackles out there, but when you get that many guys close to the line of scrimmage, it can make it hard to run the football.
And what that tells me is that Coach Sawyer really trusts his defensive backs, that they can stay in coverage just like Donovan Powell did there on the play action out of the single wing.
So Stonebridge comes out after the timeout, 4th and 4, in their single wing look. Direct snap to Burns. Piling forward, and it looks like he's going to be short of the 1st down. There is a penalty flag down. We'll have to see what the call is here, but from up here it didn't look like he got past the 1st down marker.
Well, if it is on Stonebridge, I would suspect that, it's procedure on Stonebridge. I would suspect Lake Taylor's going to turn it down because it looks a good half yard short of the marker.
So it looks like it's going to be Lake Taylor football.
Mickey Thompson's already sent his defense out there for Stonebridge.
So the penalty declined here, 6:05 mark to go in the 1st quarter. We welcome all of you joining us here for this Division 5 state championship.
Well, what a beautiful day we have. Weather is not going to be a factor in this football game. It is beautiful here in Charlottesville.
Williams will send 2 wide receivers to the right side. He's got 2 backs behind him on 1st down. And a false start penalty. And Chris, nerves for everybody, right? When you're playing this game, you got to get the butterflies out of your system from both sides. I mean, they're feeling each other out right now in the flow of this game. I'd like to invite you to join the conversation about high school sports, not only in Virginia, but across the country. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Play On Sports. So it'll be 1st and 15. 2 backs behind Williams again, a wide receiver to either side. They'll run the option, and they give it up inside to the fullback. Out to the 31-yard line. That carry made by Daquan Davis, and he's another talented guy, Chris, that can help this offense in a big way.
Yeah, we talked about Brandon Moore in the pregame, but Daquan Davis, he's got over 1,400 yards rushing himself and 7 touchdowns. And just looking at the stats, I tell you, this backfield, this 3-headed monster with Williams, Davis, and Moore, over 5,400 yards total offense between them.
2nd down, 11. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Williams will toss it back. And now has to pull it down, and he's sacked by John Allen. And Allen knocks him back down at the 25-yard line. So a big loss there. Good coverage down the field. It pulled the ball back down from Williams there. He couldn't throw it when he wanted to.
Well, what a matchup there with the center, Cliff Arrington, one of the studs on that offensive line. They put Jonathan Allen at nose tackle. He just swims by Arrington. He might have the speed advantage in that one. He gets right to Williams, puts him on the ground.
So 3rd and 18. And for the first time today, we just saw John Allen make his presence felt out there defensively with a big sack. Williams back to pass, in trouble again. Now he's going to scramble. And he cuts it out to the right sideline here. And he's going to be out to the 38-yard line, but that's going to be about 4 yards shy of a first down.
That was Duke Detra that time that was able to put the pressure on him from his defensive tackle position. Williams avoids the first rush there, jumps to the outside, and he just doesn't have quite enough space to get that first down.
Good job by James Manning to chase him out of bounds for Stonebridge before he got to the first down marker. So Rasan Goldring will step back to his 30-yard line for the Bulldogs. And a punt formation here for Lake Taylor. There's the kick. High kick. Goldring running to the right, and he has to dive after catching the ball to secure it, and he's down at the 25-yard line. So Stonebridge has to feel pretty good, Chris. I don't want to step on here, but after that last drive, they got inside of Lake Taylor territory. Now they stalled out, but they had a little success there.
They moved the ball a little bit, had some success, but Coach Thompson's got to really be pleased with his defense has played. They've really shut down the veer option from Lake Taylor and the spread that they ran a few times. A couple 3-and-outs. You know, Coach Thompson will take that and keep the time of possession battle on his side.
Great crowd here today as you see the band from Stonebridge High School. 1st and 10. Direct snap goes in the backfield to Daly, and he's got it past the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Solid gain on first down. It'll bring up a 2nd and short here with 4:15 to go in this first quarter.
You know, Daly is like the typical Stonebridge running back that Coach Thompson has had over the years. Not that big, but quick and still strong inside, willing to run inside.
Direct snap again. And this one taken up to about the 40-yard line. Daly again with running room. Got some good blocks up front. Donovan Powell was the man that brought him down, but that'll be a first down for Stonebridge.
Well, this is what Stonebridge is looking for from their single wing. Getting to the second level, and you see Lynch there trying to pull the ball out.
Almost got it. Direct snap to Burns running right side, and he leans forward out to the 45. Gain of 5 on first down.
I mean, for a tall quarterback, Burns runs very well. He's got a good forward body lean. He protects the football. He gets his shoulder pads out front. You know, he becomes a big running back when they run that quarterback keeper.
So 2nd and a long 5 here for the Bulldogs, just shy of the 45-yard line. Snap in the backfield goes to Daly. He's got nowhere to run. Lake Taylor all over that one. Brandon Lynch again up, causing problems there for the Stonebridge blocking scheme. And he makes the tackle. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
I tell you, Brandon Lynch, very impressive outside linebacker. You cannot move him off the spot. He keeps his outside arm free. You know, it's going to be difficult to get outside of him.
3rd down. There's Burns. Running to the right, and he's leaning forward. 2nd effort. He's got the first down. Inside Lake Taylor territory to the 47. And they move the chains. Andy Hayes, Chris Barassa with you here, live from Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia. First quarter action, no score here, but Stonebridge with their 3rd possession on the move. First down, direct snap to Daly, and he takes it inside the 45 to the 44.
Stonebridge is a very well-conditioned team. You know, they run the single wing, but they basically do it out of a no-huddle offense. So they're running plays at very quick intervals. They want to wear down this defensive front for Lake Taylor. So in the 3rd and 4th quarter, some of these 3-yard gains turn into 10, 15-yard gains.
Single wing look again here on 2nd down and 7. Snap to Burns, running right, and he bounces off the first contact and then gets knocked back. Good tackle on the play by Marquise Poole. The linebacker came up 6'4", or 6 foot sophomore here with a nice play.
He had nice bookends, outside linebackers on both sides, with Poole on one side and Lynch on the other. Lynch, team leader with 80 tackles, 37 for a loss, accounting for 206 yards of losses. That's an amazing number.
So it's 3rd and 7. Snap in the backfield to Daly, trying to get the edge, and he is being chased by a host of Titans out of bounds. And he will be knocked back a yard from the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 4th and long.
Andy, there's teams that Stonebridge has played, in fact, most of them, where Daly gets to the edge on this play. The speed of Lake Taylor is on display right here. You got 4 guys with pursuit angles there, and Daly is not going to get his shoulder pads parallel to the line of scrimmage on that play.
JaKale Pinckney was the guy that ran him out of bounds. So it's now 4th down and 7. Stonebridge appears to be ready to go for it. Burns will drop back to pass. He's got a man open across the middle, but it's thrown a little high for Mizell, and he can't come down with a good defensive play again by Pinckney. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So far, twice we've seen Stonebridge throw out of their single wing tight formation. But Lake Taylor has been tight, and their defensive backs have gotten into coverage when they needed to, provided excellent coverage, stops the 4th down there.
So Lake Taylor now with their 3rd possession of this game will have the ball on their own 44-yard line. Under a minute to go in the first. Delman Williams, the quarterback, with 2 backs behind him and 2 wide receivers to the right. Back to pass. Looking for it all down the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost a great catch by Donovan Powell.
Late flag there, Andy. Looked like both of them were jostling each other.
Pass intended for number 2.
We'll see who the interference is called on here. A lot of contact. We'll see the ball's thrown up by Williams.
It's going to be an offensive pass interference call.
That's an outstanding call by that official there. On the replay, it was pretty clear that Powell extended his arm to get a little separation to give him a chance to make the catch.
Jeremy Worth was in coverage for Stonebridge, and he was in perfect position. So that'll be a penalty against Lake Taylor. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a loss of down. It's a very, in high school football, that's a very tough penalty. You lose 15 yards and get a loss of down on that. So you're looking at 2nd and 25.
Ball marked back at the 29 of the Titans. Williams now with twins to his left, 1 to his right, 2 backs in the backfield. He'll hand it off up inside, and Stonebridge is all over it. Zach Wilson coming up along with Jonathan Allen to help make that tackle. And it's 3rd and long.
Well, stopping the read option or the veer option, any type of option scheme, it's very important the defense reads their keys, executes their assignments. So far, Stonebridge has been doing that, and they just really have not been able to get any push up field off their veer option game.
So 3rd down and 23 for Lake Taylor. They'll send out 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Williams has it back to his left in the shotgun. Back to pass, nowhere to go. Now tosses near sideline, caught 45, 47-yard line. Shy of the 1st down. That one hauled in by the big tight end, Jalen Holmes. And he's the guy we got to watch today as well. Chris, talented junior. He's got offers all across the country from big-time programs.
And this play, they commit, Lake Taylor does 2 offensive linemen and a running back to block Jonathan Allen. He's still got pressure, force Williams to move to his right before executing that pass to Holmes.
So 4th down and long. They're going to call it 7 here. And Lake Taylor comes out in a punting formation. Goldring back at his 20-yard line. There's the kick off the side of his foot some, and that's going to go out of bounds at the 31-yard line of Stonebridge. So the Bulldogs and the Titans going back and forth. Heavyweight bout. Defensive game so far here in the first quarter. So we'll send it out. We're coming back with quarter number 2 right after this.
The 2012 Virginia High School League Football Championships are brought to you by Virginia 529. It's never too early or too late to start saving with Virginia 529. And by the Greenbrier Classic. Greenbrier Classic badges are on sale now. Visit greenbriershopping.com to support the VHSL today.
Oh, she's college material, that's for sure. You think? Look at that nose. 4, maybe 5 years, housing, meal plans, fees. Oh, yeah. That nose says, a bajillion bucks in 18 years.
You get all that from a nose?
She's gonna be expensive.
Be prepared for the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Oh my, that chin has grad school written all over it.
Buy a DVD of this or any of the Virginia High School League Championships at VHSLnetwork.com.
And we welcome you back here to Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia. Second quarter begins here. Stonebridge on 1st and 10. Direct snap to Sterling Daly. Takes it to the right sideline and knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 6 here. Andy Hayes alongside Chris Barassa. We appreciate you joining us here on Championship Saturday. No score here, Chris, and it's been a defensive game thus far. Both teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit.
Yeah, Stonebridge defense played outstanding against Lake Taylor. 3 and out so far, and Lake Taylor outscored the Eastern Region in the playoffs 151-7.
Second down and 5. And the handoff. Check that direct snap to Burns straight ahead, and he powers forward out to the 44. And that's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. So they've gone to that play quite a bit in this game. Ryan Burns, obviously a big guy at 6'6", 230. He's known as a pocket passer, and that's what Stanford loves about him is his arm strength, but he's showing today that he can also run the football with his athletic ability.
Well, Coach Thompson loves to run to his right side, and he wants those 2 lead blockers in the backfield there for him.
1st and 10, same formation. Burns coming right, and he gets it out nearly to the 45. And on the tackle was Marquise Poole for Lake Taylor.
And, run the same play twice in a row there. And, Andy, we've seen over the years, Coach Thompson will run the same play 12, 13 times in a row if the other team can't stop it. And right now he's got to be feeling good about running on that left side. And certainly he likes Burns running there. He's called it 5 times.
Second down and 8. Ball on the ground. It's loose, and it looks like Burns might have come back up with it.
Yeah, it's a direct snap to Daly there and just bobbled it. Fortunately, Burns was going in that direction, just fell on it. Heads-up play by the senior quarterback. Just a little bit low. Daly can't handle it, and Burns falls on it.
Heads-up play by Ryan Burns. So that'll give Stonebridge a 3rd and 14. Ball now marked at the 39 of the Bulldogs.
So they're sending in the spread package for this 3rd down play.
Empty set, 3 wides to the left, 2 to the near side. There's Burns. Quarterback draw straight ahead, nothing there. Lake Taylor all over it. And they just manned up everybody out there.
Well, here's what Lake Taylor's doing. They go when Stonebridge goes 5 wide, Lake Taylor's putting 5 defensive backs out on a man-to-man. That leaves 6 guys to rush Burns. There's only 5 guys left to block those 6. Coach Sawyer is counting on his athletic front 6 to get to Burns before he can make a play.
So that brings up 4th and long, 15 to be exact. Stonebridge out of their single wing will kick it deep. And Burns knocks it out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So that's where Lake Taylor will start 1st and 10. It's never too early or too late to start saving with the Virginia 529 plan. With a new semester contract options, it's more affordable than ever. Check out the new Virginia 529 prepaid calculator on virginia529.com. So 3 wide receivers for Williams on 1st down. And 2 backs, and he'll toss it quickly to the right. This one caught, still on his feet, out to the 47 is Donovan Powell. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Titans.
Well, they just, again, run a quick bubble screen, get it in the hands of an athlete. They got 3 defenders out there, and they're hoping they can get one of them blocked with the other receiver and then have the receiver break a tackle, pick up a big yardage on first down.
So 1st and 10 for Williams. Twins to his left, quick toss again. This one out to Pinckney. And he's tackled just shy of midfield. Good defense on the play. After a gain of about 3. Kyle Purcell with a nice open field tackle.
And those open field tackles on these types of plays are critical because you miss one tackle out in space there against an athlete like Pinckney, and he's running down the sideline.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Williams again tosses it right side. And it's caught once again by Powell. This time just a couple yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 4. And that's a backward pass right there.
Andy, I was just getting ready to say that. It's about the second one that's been a lateral. They need to secure it because that ball is live if it's on the ground. But so far, second quarter here, Coach Sawyer's found something he likes, spreading it out, trying to get it quickly to an athlete that can make a move in space.
Twins to the left of Williams, 2 backs in the shotgun, one to his right here. And a toss near side, it's caught down to the 39. And that'll be a first down for the Titans. Again, Pinckney starting to stand up here on this drive and make some plays.
Well, we see a little bit of Williams' arm there. I mean, that's only about an 8-yard gain, but he throws that ball across the field about 30 yards, and he delivers it on a rope. Defender had pretty good coverage, but he couldn't get there before the ball. Nice throw by Williams.
So Lake Taylor on the march. 1st and 10 into Bulldog territory. 2 backs behind Williams. And another quick toss right side. And again, that might be a free ball.
Well, we just talked about that, Andy.
And they're saying
Stonebridge players broke to the ball. They played it to the whistle. The question is, did they recover it before they went out of bounds?
Stonebridge football.
We're going to see it here. He's standing at about the 41. It gets deflected and definitely goes backwards off the deflection. But do they recover inbounds? Yes, they do.
Great job on the far sideline.
Stonebridge played that ball to the whistle. That's why they have it. 1st and 10 in good field position here. With a little bit of momentum.
So the first turnover of the day goes in the favor here of the Stonebridge Bulldogs. 1st and 10, just shy of the 45. Burns in the single wing, direct snap, Daly straight ahead. He's got a little room out to the 50. And he's stopped there by the Titans. It'll be 2nd and 5 coming up. We've seen it over the years, Chris. We've called a lot of these games, and turnovers come in and play a big part, don't they? Folks, if you'd like to buy a DVD of this championship and any of the Virginia High School League championships, check out VHSLnetwork.com. Click on the green buy button to take home your own lifetime memory. 2nd down, direct snap to Burns, and he is hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing much there. That's Holmes coming up and putting a wallop there on the big quarterback.
Yeah, Holmes is one of the top defensive end recruits in the country, and we just saw what he does if he gets a free shot on a quarterback.
At 6'5", 235. As you said, Chris, all the colleges across the country love this young man. 3rd down and 4. Burns in the shotgun with 3 wides. Back to pass, he gets rid of it. Too high on the near sideline, intended for Higgins. Jimmy Higgins. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Burns had a lot of pressure that time, especially on his backside. Don't know if he felt it or not, but he knew it was coming from the front. Threw it just a little bit high there. It would have been a first down had they connected. It looks like Stonebridge, another situation here at midfield, got a 4th and 4. Looks like there's leaving the offense out there.
We'll have to see if they'll go for it, if they're kicking it. But here's the thing. Got to credit Lake Taylor on their defensive pressure right now. I mean, Burns was under some heat there to get rid of that ball. 4th and 4, and Burns will kick it. And this one a high kick. It'll bounce at the 17 and roll down to the 10 and inside to the 9-yard line. So Stonebridge plays the field position game here with their defense playing well. They're going to try to make Lake Taylor go the distance. And they'll have to do it with 91 yards here on this drive if they're going to score. No score here in the second quarter between Stonebridge and Lake Taylor. Group AAA Division 5 state championship games. You see Coach Sawyer across the way. He's done a great job at Lake Taylor High School. 13 years. He's taken his team to the playoffs, 11 of those 13. So 1st and 10 for Williams. 2 backs behind him and a receiver to either side. And he'll run to the right, gives it up inside to the fullback, and that's going to be a gain of about 3. Davis on the carry.
Going back to the standard veer here inside their own 10-yard line. The last series where they were really throwing the ball almost every play. Coach Sawyer's got a lot of flexibility with this backfield and a quarterback that can throw it. So I think he's confident in his quarterback executing either of their offenses.
Twins to the right here for Williams, and 1 split left. And they'll come this side. Now Williams will keep it, and he takes it out to about the 17-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. Good stop defensively there for the Bulldogs, and it was Jesse Mizell.
Here we see them just running the veer. He decides to keep it, fakes to Moore, and then follows Moore up, picks up a few yards. Gives him a real manageable 3rd down situation here. And you know Coach Sawyer must really trust this young man at quarterback if he allows him to actually do the reads. That high school coaches, don't generally do that. He does.
Split backs again. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. And they'll run the option right side. Williams has got some room, makes a move out at the 27-yard line. And he's got a 1st down for Lake Taylor.
Yeah, after having 3 and outs in the first quarter, Coach Taylor and his staff making some adjustments in the second quarter here. They had a nice drive going there before they turned the ball over. Moving the ball well here now as well.
The option is the equalizer, isn't it? I mean, is that not the great offense to run when you're trying to put some pressure on the defense? No question about it. 1st down and 10. Williams now will fake the give in the backfield and run left. And he's tackled past the 30. Check that. That's not Williams, that's Powell. And he's out to the 32-yard line.
Well, the thing is, Andy, follow up on that thought. So many teams in high school are running the spread now. They don't see teams running single wings in Virginia. And so it's very tough to prepare for the single wing. You don't see teams running a veer option game that often in Virginia. So it's tough to prepare for them. So when you have some athletes and you can run an offense that's difficult to prepare for in a week, you really can put pressure on the defense.
It'll be 2nd down and 6. And Williams will hand it up inside. Got some running room past the 40. Here's Moore out to the 43. And that's another 1st down for Lake Taylor. So they've worked their way from the 9-yard line all the way out to their own 44-yard line. And they're finding it on the ground right here, Moore.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Moore really get some room and get to the second level. And I tell you, that's when these guys are dangerous. And I know Stonebridge was emphasizing trying to move the line of scrimmage, make plays at the line of scrimmage, because when both Davis and Moore get to the second level, they become very dangerous.
Veer look again, split backs, and they'll run near side again. Handoff up inside of the 45, and Moore tackled quickly this time. Jonathan Allen up to make the tackle here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, had a lot of help from his buddy Drew Detra, both of them team captains. And I don't even think we mentioned that Jonathan Allen's the Virginia Gatorade Player of the Year this year. Both he and Ryan Burns are going to play in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl out in Texas. That's quite an honor for 2 players from the same school to go out and play in that football game.
No question about it. 2nd down and 9. Williams out of the shotgun now. Ball's on the turf. And that's Powell back there, had to drop on it. And that puts him way back at the 31-yard line. So the low snap. He's going to put a little pressure on this offense coming up.
Yeah, Powell is the backup quarterback for Lake Taylor. Don't know if Williams got shaken up a little bit, but Powell's in there running the offense right now. Wasn't able to handle that shotgun snap, and had a nice drive going, and now they're looking at a third and about 22. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot.
Williams back in under center. He's got 4 wides, 2 to either side. He pump fakes, now looking down the middle of the field. He's got him in. Caught at the 40. Inside to the 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Pinckney, count it.
That's a beautifully executed play. A great pump fake there. Sets up the defender, and Pinckney just runs past him, and then they hit him right in stride. We'll see it right here. Got Williams back in the game. Nice pump fake after they've been running those bubble screens throughout the second quarter here, and then he just hits Pinckney in stride behind the defender, and there's nobody going to catch him. Lake Taylor strikes first.
So the Titans on the scoreboard on the big play down the middle to JaKale Pinckney. Marquise Poole on to kick the extra point. And this one's up, and it is good. So with 2:42 to go in the first half, Lake Taylor leads at 7-0 here in the Group AAA Division 5 state championship game. Back to the play. It was the pump fake, and you said it, Chris. They kept setting up on those bubble screens to the right, quick tosses, and that time they threw the pump fake in there, and Pinckney was running wide open down the middle.
Yeah, it worked there, and it was 3rd and 22 on that touchdown play. But Pinckney, with his speed, is able to get behind the defender after the pump fake, and boy, you can see why the college coaches like Williams' arm. He pump faked, and then he just laid that ball perfectly to Pinckney in stride. It just shows you how good this Lake Taylor offense is. They've been stifled pretty much for a quarter and a half, and then just come up with a big play, and Stonebridge is down 7 now.
Marquise Poole has it teed up, standing back at their own 12. Tylon Lynch, Christian Strahan for Stonebridge. Kick heading to the far side. That's going to be Strahan. To the 25 and tripped up. He's out to the 30. And now Stonebridge trailing 7-0 will come back on offense. Let's go ahead and join the third member of our team today, David Little, standing by down on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Andy. And we're here with Lisa Giles, the Director of Activities for VHSL, and she is here with the Student Action Team. Lisa, please give us a little overview of the mission of the Student Action Team.
The Student Action Team is a group of 12 students from across the state of Virginia. Each one represents a region in the Virginia High School League. We have 4 of our 12 students here today. And essentially our mission is to support leadership and citizenship among the students in the high schools.
And we're going to introduce the 4 that are here today. Please give us your name and the school that you represent.
Hi, I'm Madison Morris, and I'm from Hinton Valley High School.
Hi, I'm Amber Winkler, and I'm from Centerville High School.
I'm Billy White, I'm from Jameson Rural High School.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Jennings, and I go to Rustburg High School.
And just one more thing, how do you interact on VHSL? What are some of the experiences that the young ladies and the young men in the organization did?
Timeout, Stonebridge. That's the second call timeout of the half. That good athletes you have, which is like good citizenship
Great, well thank you all. We appreciate all the effort that you put into this. Going back up to the booth, Andy and Chris.
All right, thank you, David. Great to see those young ladies down there today, being a part of Championship Saturday. We got ourselves a good ball game here. 7-0. Lake Taylor over Stonebridge right now. Timeout on the field. As you see Mickey Thompson talking to his quarterback, Ryan Burns. Chris Barassa, right now, the offenses for both sides maybe starting to settle in a little bit. But Stonebridge has got to find some comfort out there throwing the ball, running the ball here, and putting an answer together for that touchdown that Lake Taylor just put on the board.
Well, they came out for the first time in this series, threw the ball on first down. I think we're going to see a little more of that, trying to, keep this Lake Taylor Titan defense off balance.
So a spread look here for Stonebridge. Burns back to pass, and he's going to be hit or sacked by Marquise Poole.
Right, they can bring pressure from the linemen with Holmes on defensive end. They can bring it from the outside with both Lynch and Poole. And here Poole gets past Daly and just puts his shoulder pads right into Burns' chest, puts him on the ground before Burns has a chance to. They're trying to run a hitch and go there. It's a pattern that takes a long time to develop. Burns didn't have that much time.
3rd and 17 now for Stonebridge. Yeah, Burns will hand it off up inside to Yarborough. He's out to the 32. Yeah, and that's going to be shy of the first down marker. So 4th down coming up here. Nairi Quinterly on the tackle for Lake Taylor.
Another 4th down situation for Stonebridge here. Pretty deep in their own territory. Looking over and seeing what Coach Thompson wants to do.
They come to the line here, single wing look, so we can't tell if they're going to punt it or not. And Burns will kick it, and this one hits off of a Lake Taylor helmet and up into the air. Poole pulls it down. He's got it to the 25.
Yeah, when they run that quick punt out of the single wing, Burns is only about 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He kicks that one low into the line. It's going to allow Poole to catch it, pick up a few yards, and great field position at the 25 here for Lake Taylor. Kind of feel the momentum moving over to the Titan side of the field here, Andy.
And credit Jalen Holmes. He got that big long arm up. He might have been the one that tipped that ball there. Here's Williams now. Quick toss near side, caught down to the 20, down to the 19. And that reception good for a solid gain on first down. That's Quinterly.
Yeah, this Lake Taylor team has so many options on offense. People that they can get the ball to in space that can make plays. And, that makes it very difficult for a defense to shut down everything that they're able to do. That bubble screen seems to be the play that they really like to get to their athletes out in space.
Chasing down a minute left here in the second quarter is Williams. Quick toss, right side. Quinterly again, 15-10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Lake Taylor.
Great downfield blocking there by Lake Taylor receivers, giving Quinterly the lane he needs to get to the end zone. And I really like how quick Williams gets the ball out of his hands. It's a snap, throws it, gets it in Quinterly's hands, and then you've got Powell and Pinckney out there blocking. And we've said this over and over. Great football teams have great downfield blocking by their receivers. Pinckney gets a touchdown, then he sets up the next one with his block.
Poole on for the extra point. And this one is up and through the uprights. So with a minute left here in this first half of play, the Titans starting to get it going. They lead 14-0 over Stonebridge. Again, Chris, this quick toss has started to work.
Yeah, he doesn't even try to get the laces in his fingers. He just wants to get it in the hands of his receiver. And then, give the credit to Pinckney and Powell. Downfield making the block. Quinterly runs it in for the TD.
So a 2-touchdown lead. Scoring drive there, 2 plays, 25 yards, and just 13 seconds. And the big play right there was the punt that only sailed about 5 yards off the deflection at the line of scrimmage. And that set Lake Taylor up with a great opportunity offensively, and they capitalize.
Well, when you have 2 great teams, special teams and turnovers often what makes the difference. Saw Lake Taylor there capitalize on that big special teams play.
Here's the kickoff, and this one bouncing inside the 10, and it's going to be picked up by Rasan Goldring at the 2-yard line. Coming back near side, looking for a block. He's out to the 15 and run out of bounds by Donovan Powell. So that's where Stonebridge will start, 1st and 10 with under a minute to go here. So We'll have to see if they choose to air it out, make something happen.
Well, Stonebridge only has one timeout left. Starting at their own 15-yard line. We'll see how Coach Thompson's feeling after that sudden strike by Lake Taylor there to get out the 14-point lead.
1st and 10 for Burns. Back to pass. Got some time. Now he's under pressure. He throws it toward the sideline, and this one's going to be incomplete. And Higgins was the intended receiver. Good coverage by Pinckney down the field.
Andy, Stonebridge went into max protect there. They only had 2 receivers in the pattern, and still Lake Taylor was able to put a lot of pressure on Burns.
Andy Hayes alongside Chris Barassa here. 14-0 Titan lead as you see Burns running for his life back there. And finally gets rid of it. The pressure today has been on the quarterback of the Bulldogs. Second and 10 here for Stonebridge. And the direct snap goes to Sterling Daly, looking for some daylight out past the 23. And he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down, maybe a little more. Brandon Lynch on the tackle there for Lake Taylor.
See, Lake Taylor actually has a decision here whether they want to stop the clock maybe and try to force a punt, but it is only 3rd and 2.
Direct snap again. Daly running to the right side, and he's hit at the 30. He's got the first down with 16 seconds to go here in this first half.
A great hit by Brandon Moore there. You know, we talked about Moore's skill as a running back, but playing inside linebacker there, and he just, there's no yards after contact on that play.
1st and 10 for Stonebridge. They'll give it back to Yarborough. Trying to find the sideline, has to cut it inside to the 35. And that should end the first half. It does. So with 2 quarters in the books, the Lake Taylor Titans lead at 14-0. They came alive in that second quarter. And they've got a 2-touchdown lead. Chris, the key there in that first half, maybe settling in on offense for Lake Taylor. They started to find some success, didn't they?
Well, you know, good teams, good coaching staffs don't wait to halftime to make adjustments. They made adjustments after the first few drives. Were able to set up the Lake Taylor offense, get the guys the ball in space, out on the outside near the numbers, make plays out there. If they can't run their veer and get yardage inside, they made some adjustments. It worked for them.
Well, certainly not out of reach for Stonebridge, but they've got to get to the locker room. And we'll send it right down to David Little on the sideline with head coach Hank Sawyer.
Coach Sawyer, looked like a big chess mess out there to begin with, and you guys came on tough in the second quarter.
Well, they're big, they're strong, they're fast. Did I say they're big? They're massive, unbelievable. It's the second half. We got to just try to keep playing tough, make some adjustments, and just act like the score is 0-0 because we're in a battle. We're in a battle.
Great. Good luck to you, Coach.
All right, David, we appreciate it. And there you heard from Coach Sawyer. Said they're big and fast. They are. That'll do it here for the first half. We'll send it away to our halftime break. Come on back right after this.
The 2012 Virginia High School League Football Championships are brought to you by Virginia 529. It's never too early or too late to start saving with Virginia 529. And by the Greenbrier Classic. Greenbrier Classic badges are on sale now. Visit greenbriershopping.com to support the VHSL today.
Oh, she's college material, that's for sure. You think? Look at that nose. 4, maybe 5 years, housing, meal plans, fees. Oh, yeah. That nose says, a bajillion bucks in 18 years.
You get all that from a nose?
She's gonna be expensive.
Be prepared for the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Oh my, that chin has grad school written all over it.
3rd down and 3 for the Indians. Oh, the ball came loose. Tiger's going to pick it up. Look at that. Took it back and scored. Whoa! That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot at this.
Buy a DVD of this or any of the Virginia High School League Championships at VHSLnetwork.com.
Yeah, welcome back here to Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia. Group AAA Division 5 state championship game. At the half here, 14-0 Lake Taylor with the lead. I'm Andy Hayes. Let's go ahead and send it down to David Little on the sideline, who's standing by with the executive director of the VHSL, Ken Tilley. Go ahead, David.
Hi, Andy. Thank you very much. Yes, we're here with Ken Tilley, the executive director of the Virginia High School League. And Ken, there's a lot going on with the VHSL right now, both retrospectively and looking forward as well. Some exciting things. Tell us a little bit about the centennial celebration of the VHSL.
Absolutely. This is a milestone for us. The 2012-13 school year is our 100th year of operation, so we're celebrating our centennial. And we have a proud past and a promising future. We want to take advantage of that opportunity. Many of our schools are recognizing outstanding athletes and activities participants, alumni from the local level, celebrating their accomplishments, making special occasions and announcements in the morning. We've got a day-by-day history of this is what happened 50 years ago, 60 years ago, and so forth. So we're looking to do something all year and into next fall to celebrate the history of the VHSL and all of our schools.
Great, that's wonderful. Now, also, you got a lot of work to do going forward. The VHSL is going to be going through a reclassification. Could you tell us a little bit about that process, what it does, and then what the expected outcomes are?
This is probably the most significant development in the last 40 years, changing from 3 classifications to 6 classes. It was designed for equity purposes. Schools right now are very imbalanced in terms of their size, in terms of the number of schools competing in each region. So we've done that. We've started from scratch. We've got the schools into 6 equal classifications. They're competing against similarly sized schools. We'll go from about 90 championships to 150 state championships. So it's going to be a positive development for the member schools.
And then also with that, you're starting a little new network that you're going to be doing in conjunction with Play On Sports. Give us a little bit of a hint on that.
Oh, we're thrilled to have this relationship. Play On Sports has established itself nationwide as a leader in the industry, and we're thrilled to be able to partner with you, bring these games, bring so many of our state championships to fans all across the state, all across the country, and throughout the world. So we're thrilled.
Great. Well, it's a beautiful day here at Scott Stadium. Thank you for dialing up some gorgeous weather, and we do appreciate all the VHSL does for our students, our student athletes, and our communities.
It's our pleasure.
All righty. Thank you, David, and lots of exciting times here to talk about for the Virginia High School League. I'm Andy Hayes, now joined by Hannah Catherine Monroe, the Director of Development for the Virginia High School League. And Hannah Catherine, welcome to the telecast here today. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you, Andy.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this 100-year anniversary of the VHSL, the centennial celebration going on. It's a very exciting opportunity to celebrate all of what the VHSL stands for, isn't it?
Like Ken said, nearly 100 years ago in 1913, the VHSL started, and it originally found its origins in a debating competition. That year, debating was sponsored by about 20 schools in the state, and soon thereafter, the league grew to add many things that you see today: football, basketball, track, and baseball. The league continued to grow through the 1970s and 1972, of course, with Title IX adding all of the female opportunities. And the league now has about 200,000 student participants with 13 boys sports, 14 girls sports, 8 academic activities, and over 90 state championships. And that number will grow next year with the classifications doubling to over 120 state championships. So we also have about 8,000 registered officials in 13 different sports and multiple education courses, a nationally renowned student leaders conference, sports medicine advisory committee, a advisory committee for our foundation. We have the VHSL Foundation. We have different university partnerships like the one you're seeing today, and 17 student scholarships. So the list goes on and on.
Well, and this is a big year. Obviously, we're celebrating all of that stuff here. Talk a little bit about some of the events and some of the plans that you guys have to, celebrate this anniversary.
So we are really trying to capitalize on the fact that we have been in existence for 100 years. So our VHSL Foundation Board has planned a centennial campaign, which hopefully you'll be hearing more and more about as a fundraiser for the league to make sure all of these non-revenue activities that we support continue to grow and continue to exist. Things like cross-country, theater, Scholastic Bowl, debate, all of those things do not bring in revenue, but students are able to participate those and get all of the same benefits.
Well, thank you so much today for joining us, and good luck with all the planning here for this wonderful event and the celebration of the Virginia High School League.
Thank you so much.
All right, Hannah Catherine Monroe here joining us here on the air. We're out. We'll come back right after this. And welcome back here to the Group AAA Division 5 State Championship game from Scott Stadium at the University of Virginia. Lake Taylor leading Stonebridge 14-0 at the half. Let's send it down to the field here with David Little with a special guest.
Hi, I'm here with Billy Rozelle, the event marketing associate for the Virginia 529 College Savings Plan. And Billy, if you would, tell us a little bit about the relationship between VHSL and Virginia 529.
Oh, I'd be glad to. Thank you so much. Well, my CEO, Mary Morse, Ken Tilley, who you guys just heard from a while ago, aligned a partnership between VHSL and 529, Virginia 529, a couple of years ago. So we've been afforded the opportunity to go out to all of the championships, whether it be football, basketball, theater, cheer. We've done them all. It gives us an opportunity to get in front of the parents of these student athletes and talk about something that's very important, which is college savings.
And I understand there's a lot of change going on with the Virginia 529 plans.
There is. There's a tremendous amount right now. And for all the listeners out there and fans, the most important thing to realize is that it is possible. It's kind of simple, even though it's complex. You have an opportunity to save for college now. Set aside those and get a tax advantage while you do it. Some of those changes are on our website, virginia529.com. We had 2 program changes. VPEP, our old VPEP is now Virginia 529 Prepaid. Our old VEST, Virginia Education Savings Trust, is now Virginia 529 Invest. Along with that, we have a college cost calculator on there. You can go on our website, virginia529.com, look at our Virginia 529 Prepaid, and you're able to put in the years or semesters that you like to, and it'll give you your cost for that as well. Along with that change, we have a new added partner with us, the Tuition Monster. You've seen the commercial up here on the Jumbotron, and I'm sure some of the fans have probably seen it in the commercials watching the game. But he's not a scary monster. He's somebody that we're trying to tame, and we want to help you do that by saving and investing in the 529, which is Virginia 529.
Well, it's a great program. I know I've been a part of it with my children for a long time, and we do appreciate your efforts here with VHSL as well. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you so much.
Andy, Chris?
All righty, David, thank you very much. And we're at the half. Great to hear from all the people that support the Virginia High School League. Andy Hayes alongside Chris Barassa. And as you take a look here at some of the fans from Stonebridge High School, we've had a great first half to talk about. 14-0 our score. It started off with a bang for Stonebridge. Nice little screen pass there for Sterling Daly. And really in the first quarter, both teams struggled to continually put drives together. They would kind of have a penalty or a big, mistake or something that would knock them back. But Lake Taylor would eventually figured it out a little bit, didn't they, Chris?
Yeah, they did. They made adjustments, and they're trying to find ways to get guys in space. And running a veer option wasn't working, so they started running these bubble screens, and that set up the touchdown here to Pinckney. They fake the bubble screen, Pinckney runs a go, gets behind the secondary, and there's nobody going to catch him. That started the momentum going in Lake Taylor's direction. And then this punt, it's just not executed, hits the back of the offensive lineman, pops up, go back to the bubble screen. Great downfield blocking by Pinckney and Powell, and Quinterly gets it in for the 14-point lead. Here we see that block, and look at that block by Pinckney there. Just stays with the defender, allows Quinterly to get in the end zone. That last quarter, was all Lake Taylor.
So there are your halftime stats presented by the Virginia 5-2-9 plan. And as you can take a look here, passing yards for Stonebridge, 21, 88 rushing yards, 109 total yards. For Lake Taylor, a little more success through the air, 141, 26 yards rushing for 167 total. And how about the 9-for-9 number right there? Completions and attempts there, that's pretty good stuff. And that's a look at your Virginia 5-2-9 plan stats there. Let's send it back down to the field. David Little standing by.
Hi, I'm here with Coach Mickey Thompson. Coach, they got up on you a little bit there. What'd you tell your kids in the locker room there at halftime?
Well, I thought we were doing a great job early, just staying in the game and pounding them a little bit and then trying to, we had some things we could come off with, and the game got away from us. For about 3 or 4 minutes there, they made 2 big plays, and now we got issues, And the biggest thing for us is we just got to stay with the game plan. One of the things we want to do is get after them for a quarter or two and then try to come off of it and see if we can wear them down, because a lot of their guys go both ways. But it certainly didn't work out in the second quarter like that.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Thank you. Back up to you, Andy.
All righty, David. Thank you. We'll send it to another break and come back with the start of the third quarter right around this time out. Come on back.
Third down and 3 for the Indians. Oh, the ball came loose. Tiger's going to pick it up. Look at that. Took it back and scored. Whoa! That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Oh, she's college material, that's for sure.
You think?
Oh, look at that nose. 4, maybe 5 years, housing, meal plans, fees. Oh, yeah. That nose says, a bajillion bucks in 18 years.
You get all that from a nose?
She's gonna be expensive.
Be prepared for the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Oh my, that chin has grad school written all over it.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Well, welcome back to the University of Virginia, Scott Stadium here. 14-0 at the half. The Lake Taylor Titans leading the Stonebridge Bulldogs in the Group AAA VHSL Division 5 Championship. Andy Hayes alongside Chris Barassa as we get set for the start of the third quarter. And Lake Taylor will receive to start the second half here. Chris, your thoughts on what we should expect here in this third and fourth quarter?
Well, I tell you one thing that I do know is it's critically important for Stonebridge, this first possession of Lake Taylor, to get a stop, not get any more points up on the board. Lake Taylor's got the momentum coming into the second half. Stonebridge has got to start off with a good stand, get the ball back in their offense's hands.
Brendan Smedley, the kicker for Stonebridge, has it teed up. And we're underway. Line drive kick will go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback for the Titans. Delman Williams struggled early in this game, but found a groove in that second quarter. And they found some success in the passing game. We'll have to see if they go back to that here in this third quarter and what adjustments are made on the Stonebridge side defensively. We saw a little bit of why Williams has had such a great season.
Well, I think
throwing the ball.
The scheme that they had, it was working. They just had the one play that the big 68-yard touchdown. That
two backs in the backfield, give up inside. This one past the 20 to the 23. And a solid gain on first down.
They're going back to the veer option here. Let's see if they can use the big offensive line, create some first downs, take some time off the clock. You know, that's just standard what they've been doing for 14 games this year. Very explosive offense.
Daquan Davis on the carry there, 5'7" senior. They had a thriller last week against North Stafford to get into this game. Won it at the end on a field goal.
Really, the only time
team,
they were tested this year.
That's right. Toss in the backfield, and it's going to be a halfback toss down the field. Caught! Down to the 40 is Stonebridge and inside to the 39. That's Pinckney. Went up high, pulled it down.
Right, Marcus Poole is doing everything. It's just a toss here. They give him great protection. He throws it downfield. Looks like Williams throwing the ball, and Pinckney goes up and get it. Hey, you talked about that close one last week. Well, who is the game-winning field goal kicker? Marcus Poole, with 1 second left in the game, is his first field goal of the season, just in the state semifinals.
He does it all. First and 10 Titans. Give up inside to Moore. Yeah, and that one's good for a couple. Down to the Stonebridge 37. This is an important drive for the Stonebridge defense. As you said, coming into this third quarter, trailing by 2 touchdowns. You got to hold serve here, and Lake Taylor's put some pressure on them early.
Yeah, I like the call. They come out the first play, run the dive. Looked like they're going to try to pound it for a few plays and then go with the fullback option pass there.
Twins to the right for Williams, split backs. Ball on the ground, still rolling around. And it looks like the Titans may have come back up with it. Fortunate break there.
Yeah, Williams just bobbled the snap, and it's literally right between his feet, which may be the worst place to try to recover it and find it. Fortunately for him, it squirts out and he's able to fall on it. A big play here for Stonebridge. 3rd and 11. Lake Taylor's moved down into their territory on this first drive.
So 3rd down and 12. Williams will send 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff up inside to Moore, and he stopped at the 39. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, that's going to bring up a 4th down and long. And Tony Gallegos was the one that got it.
Well, they're trying to run just a simple trap here, trying to catch Stonebridge, thinking that maybe they're going to pass the ball there on 3rd and long. But the defensive line is stout there. Holds it to about a 1-yard gain.
So it looks like Lake Taylor will kick it. Rasan Goldring will drop back for Stonebridge. He's standing at his own 10. Kick is away, and it's kicked to the near sideline, heading out of bounds. And that one looks like it'll be marked at the 23 for Stonebridge. For all the state championships, you can see highlights and full game replays at VHSLnetwork.com, the all-new VHSL Network. Great place to check out all the state championship coverage. 10 for Stonebridge. Coming around to Deontay Yarborough, breaks free out to the 31 and tackled right there shy of the first down marker, but a good gain on first down.
They run that counter play back to Yarborough, and it looks like there's a big hole there, but such speed on the Lake Taylor defense. You know, Quinterly just closes that gap. You know, it's a nice pickup of 8 yards, but that looked like it was going to go for big yardage.
Yarborough split out to the near side. Burns in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and he runs it up the gut. That's going to be a first down. Out past the 34. So the Bulldogs will move the chains.
Well, it's interesting. Coach Thompson's comments coming out of the halftime break. They're looking to wear down this Lake Taylor defense. They got a lot of guys playing both ways. And, even with the 14-point deficit, he's sticking with his game plan, running the single wing, trying to wear down the Lake Taylor front.
1st and 10. Yarborough again split near side. Burns back to pass, looking across the middle, and it's too high. Penalty flag comes flying. You'll see what there was some contact before that one. Donovan Powell was on the coverage for Lake Taylor. Back to your point for a second, what you were talking about with Coach Thompson as we watch the replay. Staying in their game plan. Well, that's a big statement right there. And I think that's what we're seeing here. They're running the football, trying to throw it within what they normally do, right?
And they're going to pick their spots. When they get 3rd and long and they drop back to pass, boy, Lake Taylor's pinning their ears back and getting after them. That play there, first down, 1st and 10, didn't have nearly as much pressure, was able to step up, make a throw. They were able to pick up some yardage on the first down penalty.
Pass interference on Lake Taylor. It's Burns back to pass, and this one thrown towards Yarborough. Contact again, no penalty. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yarborough's running, multi-move patterns, and Powell, this second play in a row, he's made contact with him. There's no call on this one, but again, another first down pass. Burns had plenty of time to deliver that ball.
So the offensive line doing a better job for Stonebridge here, protecting Burns. Here in this 3rd quarter, direct snap goes to Daly, running up past the 47. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long for Stonebridge. One of the players for Stonebridge has to come off the field. And I think that was Nathaniel Davis. He lost his helmet there. And by rule, you have to come out for one play. 3rd and 8. Direct snap goes to Burns, running right. And he's tackled at the 48-yard line after a gain of a yard. And 4th down coming up for Stonebridge.
Boy, just so impressed with these Lake Taylor outside linebackers, Lynch and Poole. Looked like he was going to, get to the edge. He fights off the block, keeps his shoulder free on the outside, makes the tackle. So many times looks like Stonebridge is going to get a 10-yard gain, or longer, and somebody gets off a block, makes the tackle, and limits it to a couple yards.
So 4th down, and they'll hand it back to Yarborough. Running left, and he's going to be close.
Again, Quinterly shuts down that big hole. It's going to be Lake Taylor possession. They're about a yard short. Looks like he's got something here on the counter. Nice hole there, and then Quinterly and Brandon Moore's right behind him. Great pursuit on every play by this Lake Taylor Titan defense.
So another defensive stand for the Lake Taylor Titans, and they take possession back. Williams out of the shotgun with twins to the right, one to the left now. Back to pass on 1st down. And he throws it out towards Pinckney. And that looks to be incomplete.
Coverage on the play line, number 13, a little hitch pattern there to Pinckney on the outside. There's 2 receivers that side of the field. He's got man-to-man matchup on him and just delivers it a little bit low. Pinckney's not able to come back for it, so we got a 2nd and 10.
Good job by the Stonebridge defensive line. Yeah, defensive lineman on the line of scrimmage, getting their hands up, might have deflected that ball. Option play. Williams running to the near side, now cuts it up. He's out to the 48. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Williams just seems to never go down with that first hit. He's well defended by Stonebridge, but he's able to avoid the first tackler and get upfield, turned into a positive play, picks up 3 yards. A little easier to convert on 3rd down here.
Cameron Reynolds was the guy that made the tackle there for the Bulldogs. So 3rd and 7. 6-minute mark here in the 3rd. 2 receivers split out to the right side with a back to his right as Williams in the shotgun. He's got a receiver to the left, and now early movement from Stonebridge.
Let's go with a hard count there, and Jonathan Allen crosses the line of scrimmage. High school football, as soon as you cross that line, it's a penalty and the play's over.
So that'll march it forward 5 yards. And a much more manageable third down for Lake Taylor coming.
And they've shown they're willing to do pretty much anything. They can run their veer here. Williams can keep it, try to get to the edge, throw the ball. I mean, you know, if you're the Stonebridge defense coordinator here, I'm not sure what you're expecting.
So call it 3rd and 2 on the 49, check the 46-yard line of Stonebridge. Williams under center. And they'll run it right, check that, that's Powell. He pitches back to Moore, ball on the turf. And it's going to be a loss.
Good assignment football there by the Stonebridge defense. They tackled the dive man. They have the man, it's Powell's running the option for the quarterback here. He's hit. Pitches it to Moore. He's not able to handle it. And then there's all kinds of blue jerseys getting after Moore in the backfield. Again, another big stop for Stonebridge. Can't allow any more points to Lake Taylor, the way the Lake Taylor defense is playing.
Punting formation here for the Titans. Goldring back at his 20. And this kick is a nice one. Spiraling back to the 12. Goldring takes it. Trying to fight off a tackler. Now cuts it back. And the ball pops loose. Lake Taylor's got it at the 11.
Looks like there's a flag down too, Andy. Right about the point of the tackle to see what the call is here.
Dashorn Askew was the one that came up with the loose football.
Goldring's just trying to make anything happen here. Great coverage by the Gunners again. He doesn't have much room when he catches the ball. He's just trying to make a big play happen, which he knows how to do. But if this penalty is against Stonebridge, Lake Taylor's got great field position here at the 11.
So a big turnover. And Lake Taylor's on the doorstep of scoring again. And we've seen Rasan Goldring make some unbelievable plays this year on those kind of returns. And that ball popped out of there and right into the hands of Askew. And the Titans with a huge opportunity here. Two backs in the backfield and a receiver to either side for Williams. He pitches to Davis, running right, move at the 10, dives toward the goal line. Touchdown, Lake Taylor.
That's just too much speed, Andy. They pitch him the ball, let him get to the outside. He makes one move, and then he realizes that if he just sprints and dives to the pylon, nobody's going to stop him. Here it is. Davis gets outside. Great blocking by Holmes out there. Hesitation move to get around to the edge, and then it's just a sprint and a dive. That's an outstanding football play by Daquan Davis. Put them up by 3 touchdowns.
Have to nickname him Superman after that one. He laid out from about the 4-yard line and got that ball across. There's Poole on the extra point. And this one is no good. No good.
Jonathan Allen
will stay 20-0.
There's the toss. We see him make a little hesitation move. Gives him a little bit of hip, sprints to the sideline. He's diving from the 4 or 5 yard line.
Let's send it down on the field to David Little. Go ahead, Dave.
Hi, we're back here once again with Lisa Giles and the student action team for VHSL. We understand, Amber, that there is a student action team conference coming up here in the spring. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, the Student Leaders Conference is in the second weekend of April at Garfield High School, and different members of the student action team will be teaching workshops.
And we're going to go down here. Could you tell us a little bit about some of the initiatives that you'll be doing at the conference?
Sure. The sportsmanship is one of the workshops that we will be doing at the Leadership Conference, and it's about sportsmanship, whistle to whistle. It's about boys sports and girls sports and non-athletic activities.
Okay, well, there you have it. Thank you very much. Once again, the student action team.
All righty, thank you, David. Here's the kickoff, and Lake Taylor sends it underway. This one fielded back at the 15-yard line, goal ring out to the 31. Yeah, that's where Stonebridge will start, 1st and 10, trailing 20-0. Shaheem Johnson on the tackle there for the Titans. And turnovers certainly can hurt you deep inside your own territory. The one thing you got to say about Lake Taylor today is when they've had an opportunity to capitalize on those mistakes that Stonebridge has made, they've done it.
Yep, they're winning the special teams battle, and then they're capitalizing when they make a big play on special teams.
Here's Burns out of the shotgun now. Back to pass, looking toward the sideline. Higgins locked up with Poole across the way. They couldn't get to it. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Well, again, it's just man coverage, right, Chris?
Yeah, man coverage still. And, I don't think Lake Taylor's going to go away from that. I know they're up by 3 scores, but they like to bring the pressure. You heard Coach Sawyer talk about organized chaos before the game. He's got confidence that his defenders can cover man-to-man all over the field, and I think they're going to be tested the rest of the game.
2nd down and 10 for Burns and the offense. This is a direct snap to goal ring. Looking for the sideline. Drug down at the 38. Penalty flag comes out. Solid gain for Goldring. May have been a face mask or a horse collar tackle, which would be a penalty against Lake Taylor, obviously.
Boy, the speed of Lake Taylor is just so impressive, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Continues to look like Stonebridge is going to get to the edge. Lake Taylor defense catches up with them.
Here's the play.
It's a direct snap to Goldring there, and Quinterly. Yeah.
You know what? That's an offensive penalty. They called a face mask on Goldring. He reached back and grabbed the face mask of the defender. Wow, that's going to go against the Bulldogs.
It's a 5-yarder, so it's just going to end up with a 2nd and 8 here. But again, a play looked like it was going to be a big play, and just pursuit from Lake Taylor shuts it down.
Great camera work by our crew today, catching that one. 2nd and 8. Here's Burns running through the line. He's out to the open, 50, 45, 40. Burns on his horse down to the 25, and he dives down to the 15 before he's knocked down by the Titans. Big run by Ryan Burns.
They've been going that play all day. That's the first time they've gotten to the 2nd level, and it was wide open when he got there. He saw some speed by the big guy, number 16. He's trying to outrun Pinckney down the sidelines. Ultimately, Pinckney runs him down. Look at that hole created by the Stonebridge backs, and then it's just a race, and Pinckney, see it, comes up behind, makes the tackle. Look at that kick out block by the back for Stonebridge there, and there's Pinckney with his speed, is able to run him down at the 15-yard line. Biggest play so far for the Stonebridge offense.
Credit Sean Tracy with that big block. 1st down, there's Burns running it again. This time he meets the defender head on and pushes forward inside of the 10. Jamel Spellman was the man that tackled him there.
Getting some help from the big boys up front there, pushing that line forward. And I think it's the first time we've heard a big cheer out of the Stonebridge side this half. Trying to get some energy back into both the fans on both sides of the stadium.
2nd down and 6 for Stonebridge, knocking on the door. There's Burns again, running right. Got some room down to the 4. He'll be close to a 1st down. 3 straight runs for Ryan Burns. Shaheem Johnson on the tackle. And this one might be close enough for a measurement. And obviously, Mickey Thompson, seeing the success of that 53-yard run, he's going right back to it 2 plays later.
Ryan Burns probably happy to have this measurement. Give him a little blow here. Because Coach Thompson wants to keep running that play. And a long 50-yard sprint there, and then 2 bangers up into the line.
And it is a 1st down. So first and goal for Stonebridge coming up. And the Bulldog crowd coming alive here at Scott Stadium.
Be a big answer for Stonebridge. They can put a touchdown on the board here after Lake Taylor went up by 3 touchdowns.
Single wing formation again. Burns, right side, cuts it up. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ryan Burns doing the work on that drive.
It's a first sign of emotion from the Stonebridge players that we've seen since early in the ball game. They're fired up coming off the field. Jonathan Allen trying to get the fans into it as well.
Solid run, looked like the same play. Great push up front by that offensive line. Extra point attempt, and this one is up, and it is good. 20-7 our score with 2:17 to go in the third quarter. And again, back to Ryan Burns.
Great push by the offensive line. Mizell's just driving defenders into the end zone. Burns follows him in. It's the answer that Stonebridge needed. There's a good look at the Stanford commit right there.
5 plays, 69 yards, 1 minute and 56 seconds.
All of them by Burns.
So Stonebridge hoping to climb back in this one. And you look at that score, and again they're down by 13. Stonebridge can make this close. You wonder if that extra point that sailed right from Lake Taylor could come back to be an interesting point later in this game. So Smedley has it teed up at the 40, and Lake Taylor ready. And now they'll stop play for a moment. Ball flew off the tee, fell off the tee. Not much wind here today. Brandon Moore back deep along with Marcus Hawkins. Couldn't ask for better weather today for Championship Saturday, right? It's amazing. Here's Smedley's kick. High kick, sending the returners backward. And it's picked up at the 5. Out to the 24. And that's where Lake Taylor will start first and 10. Hawkins on the return for the Titans. And Michael Kuzma was the man for Stonebridge to knock him down. Andy Hayes, Chris Barrasso with you. The Division 5 Group AAA State Championship game.
Nice job by Hawkins to corral that ball. Smedley kicked it over his head, and it was like a pitching wedge in there, and it backed up, and that ball's live. He picks it up and gets some nice yardage. Start this drive to 25.
Wide out to either side for Williams. Split backs, and they'll hand it off up inside to Moore. And Moore's got some running room out to the 35-yard line. Good game. Could be enough for a first down. Broke through on first contact and kept driving those legs. Kevin Bradshaw was the man that finally pulled him down for Stonebridge.
He uses all 190 pounds of his strength right here to get through 2 tackles and just spins. He won't go down, falls forward. It's like he got enough for the first down.
So they move the chains. Twins coming out to the right for Williams. 2 backs behind it. And now they'll run it back near side again. They give to Moore. And he's out to the 39. Clock under 1:25 to go in the third quarter. Tony Gallegos on the tackle.
2 plays, 2 standard veer dives there. Each play takes off a good 30 seconds off the clock. Lake Taylor is a team that goes to a full huddle. Use most of the play clock time.
Split backs again for Williams. 2 wideouts, 1 to either side. Quick pitch to Davis. Running right. And he's tackled at the 40. 1.5 yards. It'll bring up third down.
Same play they scored on. Just wasn't able to get to the edge this time. It was well defended by Stonebridge. Purcell kicks it or turns it back inside.
Jesse Mizell right there.
Sorry, that was James Manning. Turned that back inside. Did a great job keeping contained.
Big play here. 3rd down and a long 4. Shotgun for Williams at 3 wides. Back to pass, looking across the way, and it's incomplete. Big hit. Cameron Reynolds came up.
He had his receiver Powell 2 yards past the sticks there. Had enough for the 1st down. See it right here. Williams picks out his target, delivers it to Powell, and then he's just hammered.
Excellent defense right there by Stonebridge.
That's what they needed. After that score by Lake Taylor to put them up 20-0, they drove the length of the field, put points on the board. Now they got to stop and then get the ball back.
Goldring standing back at his 25-yard line for Stonebridge. Low kick, almost blocked. And Goldring will watch it bounce in front of him. It'll be down at the 25. So the Stonebridge offense will come back out. They marched right down the field and put their first touchdown on the scoreboard a few moments ago. There's only 3 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter, so one play and then we'll take it to quarter number 4. Bulldogs come out, single wing look. Yarborough lined up to the near side. And now Burns will run this way. And he cuts it up out past the line of scrimmage for a yard. And that'll bring up a long 2nd down. Jalen Cuffey was the man that made the tackle along with Spellman. So the 3rd quarter comes to a close. 20-7. We're coming back with quarter number 4 right after this. Welcome back here to Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia, the VHSL Group AAA Division 5 State Championship. Yeah, we're starting the 4th quarter. 20-7 our score. Handoff to Yarborough coming near side. And he's tackled out past the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6. Andy Hayes, Chris Barassa with you. Good to have you alongside.
Well, they run a counter to Yarborough here. Looks like he's got some room. He tries to spin out of a tackle by Lynch, but Lynch gets his hand on his jersey, and he is not letting him go. Again, looked like it was going to be another big play, but he holds him to about a 3-yard gain. We're looking at 3rd and 5 here for Stonebridge.
So single wing look here for the Bulldogs. And a direct snap to Sterling Daly, and he is stood up by Holmes.
When you combine Jalen Holmes and the 2 outside linebackers, it is just difficult to get outside. Holmes blows this up, and Daly's got nowhere to go, and just Holmes drive him straight back.
Stonebridge deep in their own territory now. 4th down and 4. Burns still out there. Single wing look here for the Bulldogs. And this time they will kick it. So a kick towards the sideline. This one bounces and takes a Bulldog roll down to the 22 of Lake Taylor. And it's going to be up to the Stonebridge defense to get another stop here. Time on the side of the Titans.
A nice punt there by Burns. That rolls down to about a 50-yard net punt, and they change the field position here. Puts Lake Taylor back deep in their own territory to start this drive. Again, Stonebridge is looking for another quick defensive stand here to get the ball back in their hands. They're only going to have so many possessions in this 4th quarter. They need to capitalize on them.
So Williams brings them out of the huddle with 1 back and 4 wides. Quick toss to the left. And this one complete out to the 24-yard line. And again, it's that same look. Step back, toss it quickly this time. Quinterly was the man that caught it.
Just like a long handoff, trying to get the ball quickly in his hands so he can get his eyes upfield. It's almost like a running play. Able to pick up 4 or 5 yards there on first down.
Good tackle out there by Kyle Purcell. 2nd and a long 7. And now coming near sideline. This one, Powell, and he's cut down at the 21.
Yeah, they put Powell in at quarterback, took direct snap, and he's just trying to get to the outside, and Manning does a great job coming up, not letting him get to the edge and making the tackle. Got Jonathan Allen in pursuit. Nice open field tackle there by Manning to prevent a big play.
Forward progress out to the 22. Yeah, that brings up a 3rd and 10. Under 10 minutes to go here in this state championship game. Three wides for Williams, 2 to the near side. He's got 2 backs. Looking to throw, he tosses it short to Moore. And Moore, the big crowd, quickly back at the 15.
Right. Jesse Mizell read that play from the beginning. Just got it into Moore's hands quickly, and Mizell gets penetration, stands him up until his friends could come and clean it up. Big loss on the play. We're going to see it. Just tosses it out to Moore real quickly, and there's Mizell. Read that perfectly. Hits him. Got Detra coming up. Lots of help from his friends.
So 4th down for Lake Taylor. Goal ring just inside his own territory. Here's the kick, and it's short. Off the side of the foot, and it bounces back at the 35 and rolls backward to the 31-yard line.
Well, 2 punts there, Andy. 50-yarder by Burns, and then Lake Taylor punts one about 10 yards, so they net about 40 yards on that punt exchange. This is Stonebridge's opportunity, first time on a short field. See if they can take advantage of it.
And the Stonebridge crowd comes to their feet, as does Lake Taylor's.
This is Ryan Burns' time. He's a senior leader for this team.
Burns out of the shotgun. Single wing look. Now they're going to try to throw it. Direct snap. And they toss it to Burns from Reynolds. And it's incomplete.
It's like Quinterly stayed with him on that play. He wasn't fooled. Quinterly gets over, and right as the ball arrives, he makes contact, knocks the ball out. Again, another good play by Quinterly on defense.
He's been all over the football field today.
You may have got a little stinger there. He's going to go off for a play.
So 2nd and 10 for Stonebridge at the 8-10 mark. Here in the 4th. Direct snap, Daly making a move over the pile, and he gets tackled back at the 30. Shaheem Johnson came up and knocked him down.
Shaheem Johnson, just a sophomore. 6 foot, 195 pounds. Comes inside out on this play after Daly had to jump over a defender.
This defense for Lake Taylor has been solid all day. 3rd and 10. Burns running right. Looking for room, now cuts it back, and he's going to be stopped at the 30. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Marquise Poole. As many times we said Quinterly's name, we said Marquise Poole's just as many. He keeps his outside arm free, keeps that leverage, forces everything back outside or back inside where all the pursuit is. They just can't outrun him. They can't hook him. He's playing great outside linebacker today.
Huge play here, 4th and 9. Approaching 7 minutes left in the ball game. Stonebridge with some confusion out there. And now they get it lined up. Shotgun with 5 wides for Burns. Back to pass, looking across the middle. Caught by Goldring to the 2. What a catch and what a throw.
Ryan Burns stood up in the pressure. Lake Taylor brought 6. 2 guys coming up through the A gap. We'll see the pressure right here. He just looks downfield, is not concerned by the pressure. Hits goal ring in stride inside to the 1-yard line.
First and goal. And a great job of holding on to the ball by Rasan Goldring. Single wing look. Burns will take it. Then he leans forward. Touchdown, Stonebridge. Ryan Burns on the second effort. Yeah, we got ourselves a ball game.
I tell you, David Shaw, the head coach of Stanford, is getting a lot more than just a drop back pro-style quarterback. He's getting one that's willing to stick his nose in there against the best defense the Eastern Region has to offer. It's his second touchdown, bringing Stonebridge right back into this ball game.
Big extra point. Smedley has it lined up. And the kick is good. 6:20 to go. It's 20-14 now. And the energy in this place is all of a sudden picked up.
Andy, special team play. A short punt there, a great punt by Stonebridge. Here's that touchdown run again. There's nothing up the middle where he's trying to go. He spins out, dives, uses all of his 6'6" frame to get in the end zone.
Ryan Burns, we all know he can throw it, but he's getting it done on the ground today. And he's got his team within 6. And key thing to keep in mind here, 3 timeouts left for both sides.
There's a lot of football still to be played in this Division 5 state championship game. Looked like Lake Taylor early in the third quarter had all the momentum, but a big 50-yard run by Burns when they were down 20-0 kind of got the Stonebridge guys back into it, got a little emotion, and here they are within 6 points with 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
Now remember that big 4th down throw to Rasan Goldring to set him up on the 1. Smedley has got it teed up. Here's Burns today, 22 rushes for 94 yards and a couple scores. And they're gonna pooch it, a short kick angled toward the near sideline, and it will go out of bounds. Penalty flag comes out.
Like Stonebridge trying to make another big play on special teams there. Pooch it behind the front 9.
So Stonebridge and their defense coming back out. Hey, we had a chance to talk to Mickey Thompson here before the game about what he likes most about coaching high school football.
Well, I mean, coaching at Stonebridge, you know, I love these guys, and they're like, you know, when they leave here, they're like my sons, and the special relationships that you have. I mean, my phone's been blowing up all day. Everybody's been texting saying good luck, and guys from, you know, all different years, and just that camaraderie and knowing that, you know, you have a special place in somebody's heart, you know, as a coach or a player.
There you heard it from Mickey Thompson there talking about why he loves to coach. That last pass there completed to Jalen Holmes for a first down for Lake Taylor. Both of these coaches have been at their schools a long time, and they're great people, and they're great at building relationships and helping these young men, not only in football, but in life. And they both care about that. That's what we love to see. So 1st and 10, 6:14 to go in the ball game. 4 wides for Lake Taylor. Williams back to pass. Allen giving chase, and they corral him. Now he pitches it. He's got more coming to the sideline. Moore still on his feet to the 42. Oh my, what a play by Delman Williams.
Boy, that's an intelligent play there by Williams, and to have the awareness to recognize that he can get a pitch off to Brandon Moore without risking the ball. He's got Jonathan Allen all over him, got Mizell there, and he just pitches it out to Moore, and then Moore becomes a running back. Makes a big play to pick up a first down here.
That is an unbelievable play by Williams. 3 wides to his left now with 1 to the near side. He's got Moore to his right. And he'll hand it to Moore. And he's tackled immediately. Picks up maybe a yard. You know, when the game is on the line, you got to look to your big-time players to step up with plays like that. Williams doing his job here today for Lake Taylor.
Well, you know, we talked about it earlier in the game, but Coach Sawyer has so much trust in his young quarterback. I mean, Stonebridge gets within 6 points, and he comes out on this drive throwing the ball. He trusts him to make good, smart decisions. So far, he's done that the whole game.
2nd down and 8 for the Titans. Under 5 to go in the state championship game. Pitch to Moore. Running toward the sideline. Cut down. Great tackle on the far side by Strahan. He came up and got him low. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Well, he had some room to the outside there if Strahan doesn't make that tackle. Strahan comes flying up, inside out, good leverage, trips him up. Or some Stonebridge defenders in pursuit. But here we go again.
Huge play.
3rd and about 6 or 7 here.
They'll call it 3rd and 7. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far for Williams with a back to his left in the shotgun. Looking to pass. Pump fakes. Now he's in trouble. Fights off another guy. Finally dropped down. Cameron Reynolds got him. Back at the 46.
I tell you, I think everybody on Stonebridge wearing blue on defense there touched his jersey at some point. Detra hanging all over him there. Mizell hits him, doesn't wrap him up, and then Cameron Reynolds comes in, gets the sack. Another huge stop by Stonebridge on a 3rd down here in the 2nd half.
4th and 13. And the punted formation for Lake Taylor. Here's the kick. This one's spiraling. And it's going to drop back at the Stonebridge 15. So, game-winning drive. I mean, look, when you're a little guy, I got little kids, you got little kids. You play this out in the parking lot right here. I got 3:15 on the clock. My team is down. I can go lead them to a state title right here.
Well, this is what these kids dreamed about. Getting in a state championship, give them a chance. With 3 minutes left, they need a touchdown. Lake Taylor needs a stop.
Direct snap, now end around coming to Yarborough, looking for the sideline. He's got it past the 20 to the 25. Solid gain on 1st down. Jaquel Pinckney and Nairi Quinterly, the 2 guys that knocked him out.
You know, Coach Thompson, again, it's a counter play, and Coach Thompson talked about trying to wear down this defensive unit that has a lot of guys going 2 ways. Well, if it's ever going to wear down, this is the time. We'll see if they do.
Sean Tracy delivering an outstanding block again. Direct snap. Here's Sterling Daly, and he's tackled right after he gets past the line of scrimmage, and he fights forward. He might be close to the 1st down. 2:48 left here. Dashorn Askew on the tackle. And it is a 1st down. And I'll tell you what, that big number 3 out there leading the way for those runners for Stonebridge has been getting it done in the blocking game today. Here's Burns back to pass across the middle, then it's incomplete. And a penalty flag comes down late.
All right, Quinterly's running stride for stride with the receiver there. Flag comes from the deep side judge.
Higgins was the intended receiver. Let's watch it again.
Burns sets up again. He's got pressure in his face. He has to deliver maybe a little early. Guess they're going to call that little tug on the jersey there by Quinterly. Good call by the official on the side. Big 1st down for Stonebridge. Moves the chains. Gets the ball outside the 40. About 2.5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter.
Hard to see from up here, but on the replay, our camera crew doing a great job. Got it a little too much cloth there. 1st and 10 to give. Yarborough breaking free. 50, 45, 40. Then out of bounds. Into Lake Taylor territory. Here come the Bulldogs.
Well, they haven't deviated from the game plan. It's one of the standard plays, that inside counter. He just gets to the edge. It's the first time we've seen Yarborough get his shoulders upfield, down the sideline for a pickup of 19. Stonebridge is in business now. 2:29 to go here in the 4th.
Yarborough split out to the right. Direct snap goes to Daly, looking for the edge. He picks up a block inside of the 35. Pinckney brought him down.
He got 2 outstanding blocks there. Jake Kuzma was the one that kicked out the outside linebacker. He's finally able to get past the first defender. Kuzma kicks his man outside. Daly cuts it up underneath him. Nice pickup of 5.
2nd and 5. Single wing look again. Spinner, Yarborough straight up the middle, and he's met by Spellman and dropped immediately. 3rd down coming up, and we're under 2 minutes left in this ball game.
I don't know that I've seen a better linebacker unit on a single team in Virginia than we've seen here from Lake Taylor. Spellman, just a beast inside.
Big play coming here for Stonebridge. There's Burns in the backfield. A direct snap it to Daly. He's got the 1st down inside the 30 to the 27. That'll stop the clock with 1 minute and 15 seconds as they move the chains. Still 3 timeouts for Stonebridge, and now they'll use one. And the Stonebridge crowd showing their appreciation, and the kids saying, come on. You see Coach Sawyer over there. We had a chance to catch him before the game as well and ask him what he loves most about coaching these high school athletes.
Oh, the fact that I'm able to touch young people and give something back, and the teamwork behind it. See them come out on Fridays and Saturdays and play as one team. I love it. I live for it.
I had the pleasure of meeting Coach Sawyer about 5 years ago down in the Virginia Beach area, and just a great guy. I mean, he really is. He's done a great job at Lake Taylor High School. And they've been kind of knocking on the door for a long time trying to get to this game. They're 1 minute and 15 seconds away from a state title if they can hold Stonebridge.
Well, you got Phoebus and Hampton to get by every year. You know you're doing something if you make it to this game.
That's right.
Out of the Eastern Region, Division 5.
1st and 10 for Burns and the Bulldogs now. Give again, Yarborough coming near side, and he's got it inside the 25 to the 24. 2nd and long coming up.
I tell you, Andy, anytime you see a hole when Stonebridge is running the ball, you can pretty much be sure that Sean Tracy, number 3, is somewhere in the vicinity helping create that hole.
Under 1 minute left. Burns will take it, running right now, cuts it back, and he meets the man head on. Short of the 1st down, the clock will continue to run. Down to 36 seconds to go.
Burns cuts it up, gets back to the 20-yard line.
3rd and a yard. Daly tackled, ball's loose! Fumble picked up by Lake Taylor.
Has all Brandon Moore, he shoots the gap, and he's able to get Daly just as he receives the ball, knocks it loose. It's on the ground, Lake Taylor makes the recovery. Looks like Spellman, the other inside linebacker. This linebacker group for Lake Taylor has been outstanding. Lynch, Spellman, Brandon Moore, Marquise Poole. Combining to create the fumble and recover it.
And the Titans celebrating with their fans on that big play. Spellman pumped. May have just given his team a state title.
They're going to see it. Direct snap to Daly. Tries to go up inside. He bounces it out. Moore comes up, hits him from behind. There's a group of Titans there to get it. Spellman comes out of the pile with it.
There's Williams, and he'll just take a knee with 18 seconds to go in the ball game.
That's going to do it.
Got to credit Brandon Moore with the forced fumble there. He was the one that came up and jarred that one loose. And Spellman recovered. And that's it. The Lake Taylor Titans have locked in their place in history. They are your 2012 Division V state champions. Congratulations to Coach Sawyer and his team. Great ball game.
Andy, I think we saw the best two Division V AAA teams in the state in this game. They both played well. Lake Taylor just made a couple more big plays on special teams, creating the turnovers. 6-point deficit is probably an accurate assessment of how this game should have gone down. Two great teams.
The two teams shake hands, showing great sportsmanship. And what can you say for Coach Sawyer? Like I said, all those years having to fight it out with Phoebus and Hampton. And he finally gets here and he's got himself and his team a state championship to bring back home.
Well, 5 straight years, or 4 straight years, Phoebus won it, and now Lake Taylor keeping it in the Eastern region for Division V.
And for Stonebridge, oh, they fought back. They were right on the doorstep, showing a lot of heart. And they needed just a little bit more time. But a great season for Mickey Thompson's team. Once again, getting all the way to the state championship game. No shame in being a state runner-up, I promise you.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for these Stonebridge kids to believe that for a while, but when they reflect back on this, and I'm sure Coach Thompson will remind them of what kind of team they really were and how well they played throughout the season. And you know, when they were down 20-0, middle of the third quarter, they easily, you know, to a very good Lake Taylor team could have struggled to finish, but you know, they got themselves into the point where they're on the 20-yard line, driving in for the winning touchdown inside a minute to go to the game.
So congratulations here again to Lake Taylor. Trophy presentation coming up. And the Titans are excited. They're going over their fans to celebrate momentarily.
You know, the Titans only dress about 35 players, Andy. A lot of guys going two ways, and you know, they earned it. They earned it this season, beating some of the best teams in the state.
Let's send it down to David Little on the sideline with Coach Sawyer.
Coach Sawyer, first off, congratulations. You've won the Virginia Group 3 Division 5 state title. Tell us what that means to you, your school, your team, and your community.
Well, first of all, to God be the glory. It means everything to me, my team, the school, the city. It's just unbelievable. It took us since 1966 to win a state championship in Norfolk, and I'm glad to bring the trophy back.
Congratulations, Coach. Your team played great. It was a great contest. They came out on top.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
All righty. There you heard it. Coach Sawyer, so excited to bring a title back to Norfolk. And they got it. We'll send it to a quick break here. Titans win the state title in Division 5.
The 2012 Virginia High School League Football Championships are brought to you by Virginia 529. It's never too early or too late to start saving with Virginia 529. And by the Greenbrier Classic. Greenbrier Classic badges are on sale now. Visit greenbriershopping.com to support the VHSL today.
Oh, she's college material, that's for sure.
You think?
Oh, look at that nose. 4, maybe 5 years, housing, meal plans, fees. Oh, yeah. That nose says, a bajillion bucks in 18 years.
You get all that from a nose?
She's gonna be expensive.
Be prepared for the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Oh my, that chin has grad school written all over it.
Buy a DVD of this or any of the Virginia High School League Championships at VHSLnetwork.com.
And we welcome you back here to Scott Stadium on the campus of the University of Virginia. The state championship game has just concluded, and Lake Taylor has won it 20-14. Let's join the public address announcer here for the trophy presentations.
Rasan Goldring. Number 6, Chance Fry. Number 8, Drew Detra. Number 9, Tylon Lynch. Number 10, Deontay Yarborough. Number 11, Andrew Sampini. Number 12, Joe Thompson. Number 13, Kyle Purcell. Number 14, Jeremy Worth. Number 15, Michael Delaney. Number 16, Ryan Burns. Number 17, Jimmy Higgins. Number 18, Kyle Palmer. Number 19, Jake Kuzbel. Number 20, Christian Strahan. Number 21, Theo Patterson. Number 22, Calvin Strahan. Number 23, James Manning. Number 24, Luke Fitzgerald. Number 25, Mason Newcomb. Number 26, Anthony York. Number 28, Cameron Reynolds. Number 30, Jesse Meisel. Number 32, Kirk Webster. Number 33, Gunnar Blackshaw. Number 34, Ethan Ludwig. Number 35, Philip Lemaster. Number 37, Sean Friedman. Number 38, Andrew Ripple. Number 42, Matt Mariquin. Number 43, Michael Kuzbel. Number 45, Colin Buckley. Number 47, Matt Adderholt. Number 49, Zach Skemp. Number 50, Charlie Flamand. Number 51, Connor Brawley. Number 52, Tanner Carafa. Number 53, Tony Gallegos. Number 54, Eric Chapman. Number 55, Hunter Pack. Number 56, Drew Detra. Number 57, Aaron Crawford. Number 58, Josh Hoddle. Number 61, Nevos Tyler. Number 63, Miguel Marks. Number 64, Billy Kirkendale. Number 65, Cole Carter. Number 66, Connor Smith. Number 67, Nick Taylor. Number 68, Andrew Vistardis. Number 71, Luke Weisner. Number 72, Nick Sabani. Number 73, Nathaniel Davis. Number 74, Josh Berg. Number 75, Mike Hickey. Number 76, Gabe Stewartson. Number 78, Jimmy Prohaska. Number 79, Jonathan DeStuben. Number 80, Nathan Gorman. Number 81, Riley Lamke. Number 86, Owen Paicha. Number 88, Zach Wilson. Number 89, Nick McIntyre. Number 93, John Allen. Number 95, Max Weiss. And number 97, Brendan Smedley. And now our coaching staff, Derek Barlow. Wayne Todd, Jason Treon, William Rice, Tom Eversearch, Bob Mandis, AJ Talbot, Kyle Wren, Pat McManus, and our head coach, Mickey Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for our Stonebridge Bulldogs.
Congratulations once again to Stonebridge, who finishes the season 14-1. And congratulations to Lake Taylor High School for an outstanding season. Presenting the VHSL Group 3A Division 5 Championship Medals and Trophy is VHSL Executive Director Ken Tilley, assisted by Lake Taylor Principal Reba Jacobs-Miller and Athletic Director Bobby Packenbacker.
Testing. How about them Titans? On behalf of our principal, Ms. Reba Jacobs-Miller, coaching staff and players, thank you all for coming out. God bless you all. Y'all be safe. Number 1, Brandon Lynch. Number 2, Donovan Powell. Number 3, Daquan Davis. Number 4, Delmon Williams. Number 5, Marquise Poole. Number 6, Dyshawn Askew. Number 7, Jaquel Pickney. Number 8, Aaron Chandler Jr. Number 9, Nyree Quinterly. Number 11, Jalen Holmes. 12, Harry Freeman Jr. 14, Wayne Davis. 15, Shaheem Johnson. 17, Israel Waddell. 20, Javante Legg. 21, Brandon Porkchop Moore. 22, Albert Rice. 23, Montrell Wilson. 24, Desmond Palmer. 25, Presante Wilkins. 30, Dante Gooden. 35, Octavius Zachary. 44, Marcus Hawkins. Number 50, Mike Dixon. 51, Jalen Cuffey. 53, the man in the middle, Jamel Spellman. 54, Naquan Big Money Harris. 55, Justice Gilbert. 57, Quan Dennis Perkins. 59, Micaiah Moss. 60, Renante Fleming. 62, Zachary Allender. Number 34, Zachary Allender. 64, Corey Stovall. 65, Brian Moore. 66, Anthony A.J. Williams. The center of it all, number 75, Big Cliff Arrington. Number 77, Aaron Hines. Now for our coaching staff. Anthony Church. Michael James. Mike Whittington. James Barnes. David Floyd. John Quinterly. Theodore Ford. Yale Easton. Joe Bryant. Our team manager, Jalen Jones. And our head coach, Mr. Hank Sawyer.
Congratulations there to the Lake Taylor Titans, your 2012
again to
Division
Lake Taylor
5
High School.
Group AAA state champions. A tremendous win for Coach Sawyer and his team. And that concludes our telecast here today. We thank you for joining us here on the VHSL Network. So long, till next time.